Hello YouTube, it's Bub's Comic back with a wall haul. What we have here today is a very exciting day. We are going to be changing out the wall, the old comic wall. And to do it with, I've got 6 slots on the wall, so I really enjoy having a 6-slot story arc or crossover or run, and I couldn't have picked a more beautiful 6 covers. This is the Fatal Attractions run. I think it's 93. So here it starts with X Factor as the first story. Look at that hologram cover. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Oh, I love it. And if you notice, I also do the back sides. So what I do, how I get that done, that way I can see the front and the back, is that I take a standard top loader, and then I actually take a modern age backing board and I put it down the center where the staples would be in the center of the book, and then I take a Silver Age bag and I put it inside a Silver Age bag. I fold the little edge there, you can almost see it there, and then I tuck it inside the top loader, and that way you can see the front and the back of the comic. So primarily I could get them slabbed, but since I'm a reader, I really enjoy, look at that, isn't that beautiful? I really enjoy being able to take them out. So I know a lot of people don't care for top loaders and they're not as protecting. Top loaders are good. You just have to remember to always put them still in a bag, because the top loader, of course, at the top, it's open. So dust, debris, moisture, all kinds of things can get in there. You don't want your comics to be exposed. Even if you're a reader like I am, it doesn't matter. You still want to keep your stuff looking good. And you certainly don't want them exposed to the elements. So that's what I do with mine. So this is a very well protected comic. Now, some people will argue that the backing board down the center spine can warp the comic a little bit. I suppose that could happen, but this is pretty tight in there. Also, they could say that the acid from the board can get back and forth, and you already have a backing board in there, so I don't really see what the big difference is. If I'm wrong about that, I'm sure someone out there would be happy to correct me, but for right now, that's how I'm rolling. So that's what we have here. Just a beautiful cover, and there's number 1. So I'll do a reveal of the wall when we're done. First, 1 goes up. Next, we've got this beautiful X-Force. It's part 2 in the Fatal Attractions storyline, and it has an awesome cable on there. Look at that cable. That's beautiful. And it, of course, also has the wraparound cover. Now, these books, this story arc and crossover, also has the actual cover. The wraparound cover is hard. It's almost the thickness of a backing board itself. So if ever there was a comic that really could stand alone and not have backing at all, it would be this run. It's really nice. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right. Try and pick up the pace a little bit. Look at this. Uncanny X-Men. That's got Magneto on the front. Can you see that? That's beautiful. Look at that. He's whirling all kinds of damage. Oh, what a foe for the X-Men. Look at that background. Oh. I love to do this with comics that I have wraparound covers on. A lot of the early Wolverines, they had the Wolverine gallery, and that was really neat. And I'll do that same smaller backing board inside, because if you put a full-size Silver Age backing board inside the Silver Age bag, then this edge here that kind of sticks out past, it will not show. It won't fit. It won't fit inside the bag, and then of course it won't fit inside the top loader either. So, or it'll be real crushed, and you don't want to be crushing your comics that way. So that's how that goes. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, this is the gem right here. Look at this. Just a great Magneto cover. Of course, this is the one where he's just wreaking havoc. Look at him. Look at that. That is a killer Gambit. And all that talk about Gambit getting his movie soon. So tell me what you think about that. Look at that. That's beautiful. He's tossing out cards of death there. Fully charged. And the back is pretty neat too. It's a nice wraparound. Really good. Look at that rogue up top. Look how worried she is. She ought to be worried. It's going to be a scary fight. Look at that. All right. Coming down to the wire. Just 2 left. Of course, the one that started it all. For me, I was collecting Wolverine comics and I came across this one. I said, oh man, look at that. Look at Wolverine just digging out from the alley. But you want to meet him coming down the alley. That's no good. What are you going to give him? He's not after your money. He's just going to take you out. That looks good. Of course, this is where Wolverine loses his adamantium, so it's a key issue already. And to have a cover like that is just amazing. Now, when I first collected this comic, I bought it in a comic shop at my LCS, and it was behind the wall and all that stuff. And I said, it wasn't too bad. It was fair priced. I don't remember exactly what I paid, but I remember it wasn't real bad, maybe $10, $5 to $10 or something like that. So I go back in later, and they had the one of Cable up there, the Uncanny X-Men one. And I said, oh man, what's going on there? I already bought that comic. He said, no, this is different. I looked at it, and then sure enough, it had a different hologram on it, and obviously a different cover. I said, oh, there must have been a bunch of those. And then I started looking into the story arc and the crossover, and that's when I found out that there were 6 of them total. So you knew that that became an obsession of mine to collect them all. And some of these I even picked up for $1. I don't think I paid more than probably $5 for any of them except the first Wolverine one, which I probably overpaid for. I think I almost paid $10 for that. But everything else is real reasonable. This Excalibur I got for $1. Look at that. That's got a real tough looking Nightcrawler on it. Now, the interesting thing about these, if you notice, some of them show up better than others. This one's a little bit on the dark side. You can actually hold it a little differently and you get a better view of him. Look at him reaching out. Wow, he's coming right at you, man. Look at that. But the point is about these is that if people kept these holograms, they work with reflective light. So you have to have light directed straight at them, and then you have to be at the perfect angle from the opposite side to get it to prism out. So what happens is that if you leave these in the sunlight, they'll burn out. So if you ever come across one of these and it's just completely blacked out, then probably it was left in the sunlight and it's just no good anymore. Now I believe there is a variant to one of these where it came out of the publisher blue or black, and that one is actually a little bit more collectible. But other than that, I wouldn't want any of these blue or black because they're so beautiful just the way they are. All right, here we go. Look at that. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. Oh yeah, let's get some of that hologram action. 5. Man, show up, Wolvie. Come on, where you at? Oh. And there's 6. Ooh, look, Wolverine came out for us. What a nice guy. All right, let's back it up a little bit. There's the reveal. That's the money shot, folks. Oh, wow. I want to say thank you and you're welcome all at once. And that is the wall update for the next few videos I have. This will be how it's looking because I am currently reading this story arc in this crossover. I am up to number 22 in the X-Men series. That's this one. And of course that's number 25. And I'm up to number 73 in the Wolverine series. And of course that's 75. So what I'll be doing is reading up to 24, 25, then I'm going to go in month order and knock them all out and read the entire story arc. And then when I get to the Wolverine, I'll stop and then read the Excalibur, and then I'll be going back to my Wolverine run and finishing that out while reading concurrently in release order with the X-Men run, because I'll have those caught up to date, and it'll be like sitting in a time machine reading from 1993, reading the X-Men run and the Wolverine run as they came out in order concurrently. So that's going to be awesome. So that's what I got going on, guys and gals. That's BUB'S Comics. And when you get done with this, to go ahead and turn off all your electronic devices. I guess you can listen to music while you read comics. My son does that. But whatever you do, just get to reading these comics. That's what they're meant to be for. Collecting is awesome, and I love collecting. But take a time out every now and then and read a book. Thanks. Bye.